Hey there, I'm Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we are the mother-daughter designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we help you transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
That's right. Today we've got something fun for you. We're going to be making giant lollipops.
These are so cute, so I'm really excited about making these today.
That's right. They are so much fun to make too. So let me show you what we're going to use to make these. Okay, first you're going to need 4 pool noodles. And we're going to actually be making a yellow one. You can get these in all kinds of colors, so it's just whatever you want to use. But we're going to need 4 of those. You're going to need a pipe or a stick of some sort to make the thingy, what you call that?
Lollipop
stick, whatever that thing's called. So we're using PVC pipe for that. And you're going to need some tape in the colors that you want. It comes in all, you can find these in all kinds of colors. We're going to be using green on the yellow today, and but any colors you can get. And then some clear tape, you're gonna need that, and your glue gun and your glue. And then you're gonna need some scrap wood, and we'll tell you how we actually made this. If you don't have that, you can actually just hold it, but it is gonna get tiring holding it once you glue it together. So it's good to have something to put it in for that.
And then the wrapper.
Yep.
So if you want to make the candy wrapper, we've got the cellophane that you can get from Amazon.
Yes, and this is the 40-inch. It's folded, but once you unfold it, it is 40 inches, and that's the perfect size to go over these that are the 4 when you use the 4 pool noodles. Now, if you don't want them to be that big, you could just use 2 and make a smaller one, but we wanted them giant, so we're using 4 today.
So let's go ahead and get started.
All right. The first thing that you want to do with these is you want to glue all 4 of your pool noodles together. And once you glue those, then we'll start with rolling them up and all of that. But you want to use your hot glue, you just put it around and glue those together. And then after we do that, we also use our clear tape to go around where we've glued them, because we want to make sure that these stick together really, really well.
So we've already got a couple that we have done, and we'll show you how we did that.
Yes, you're just going to come around the noodle with your glue just like this. Oops, there we go. And then you're just going to put it together, and it definitely helps to have somebody holding it for you. Now you just want to come around just like this and glue it or tape it together once you've got it glued. Very, very easy to do.
And just hold it on there just for a minute and
just
make sure that glue dries really good. But
yes.
It's not too hard.
No. And the next thing we're going to do is put our colorful tape on it. Now we've got it all in one long piece. We've got all 4 of them taped and glued together. So now what we're going to do is put on our colorful tape to make it look like the candy.
Your candy stripes.
Yeah. So Amanda's this really is going to take 2 people if you're making one as large as we are. So she is going to hold the pool noodles and spin them as I'm getting the tape on there. So the first thing you want to do is you want to put your first piece of tape at a diagonal, just like that. Now, from now on, she is going to spin it while I just pull the tape off. And she's going to be putting it that way. And we're just going to keep moving those along, just like this, until we get the whole thing done. See how easy that is if you've got somebody helping you. Now, yes, it would probably be a lot harder if you were trying to do it by yourself, but it's really helpful when you've got somebody helping you. And don't worry about it if you get it. They're going to wrinkle up a little bit, and that is perfectly fine. You're not going to be able to tell it once you get it completely made and you have the cellophane on it. You won't see any of those little imperfections, so don't you worry about that. Okay, now we've got it all taped up, so we are going to start rolling it. Now this definitely is going to take 2 people, and you've got 1 person to hold it and 1 person that's going to be gluing and rolling it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is we're going to put a good bit of our hot glue here, and then you're going to roll over a section, about a 4-inch section, and you've got to hold it really tight, and then we're going to, okay, and once you get that, now we're just going to continue on around for the first couple of sections. And then we're going to tape up this middle part, and I will show you that in just a minute. Let's get enough glue on there. All right, and roll that. 1 more section, and then we will be ready to put our tape on. And don't worry if you get glue everywhere. It's like I said, it's not going to show. Okay, now that you've got it at that point, we're going to take our tape, and you've got to hold it really, really tight. Okay, lift it up, and we're just going to come around a couple of good times, and this is going to help stabilize that. Now, I'll show you what we can do once we get it finished if the tape, look, you know, in the middle bothers you. It's easy to cut it out. But it's just a good thing to go ahead and tape it here in the middle, because that's the part that you've got to hold on to so tightly. All right, so we've got that taped. So now we're just going to keep rolling, and now we're going to put this in our machine just like this. Get my glue done. And you're just going to continue while it's in the machine, adding glue right down the middle and rolling. And now you don't have to roll it so tightly, because it's just going to roll naturally at this point as you're moving it. So you just add your glue and roll it just like that. And we're going to get it all rolled up. Okay.
And of course, anytime you're working with hot glue, you want to, you know, be careful, because it is hot.
It is hot, and you can easily burn yourself. That's right. Okay, we're just going to continue to glue. Now, I was going to tell you how we made this little contraption. I call it a pool noodle bodabra, because it reminds me of the bodabras that we use to make our bows. And you just need, this is 2 by 6, these 2 pieces, but any kind of scrap wood would be fine. You could use 2 by 4s or anything like that. You just want to put nail 2 to a piece of wood, just like we've done here, and you want to make sure that the width in between your 2 boards is the width of the pool noodle, so that it will hold on to it. Then we just put 2 screws on each side, and you've got a rope here on one side, and that's going to hold it in place. So very easy to do, just with scrap material. Now, if you don't want to go to all that trouble, you could just hold it until it's dry. It probably takes 5 or 10 minutes. So that's strictly up to what you want to do. But if you want to make one, they are very, very easy to make. And we're just continuing on with our glue, rolling it up just like this. See, it's just the middle part that's a little difficult. After you get that middle part done, it's no trouble just rolling it up. But that first little part is a little booger. It takes a little bit of time, and you do have to hold it pretty tightly.
And it does help to have that second
It
set of hands.
Now, okay, we've got it all rolled up, so we're just gonna pull it in here like this and make sure that the end that we just did is down at the bottom. And we're just gonna take it, I'm just wrapping that rope right around my other screw on the other side, and that's gonna hold it until it dries. So we're just gonna leave it there for about, 5 or 10 minutes, and then it'll be good to go, and then you can wrap it. Now I'm gonna show you what we're doing, what we're actually wrapping it with. We're using this silicone. Sorry, you can hear my cat meowing. But we're using the 40-inch cellophane. I think I said silicone, but cellophane wrap to wrap it with. And you just want to cut your piece. I didn't measure it, but I cut it so that it was pretty wide on both sides. And make sure you've got a good, long, big piece. And this is it is doubled, so you can easily unfold it. And I will show you about that when we get to that point. But that's a good thing that's gonna hide any of your imperfections in your little lollipop there. Because of course, these are handmade. They're not gonna be 100% perfect, but you can't tell it once you get it made.
Yeah, and they're so cute.
Yes, they really are. Okay, so now we've got our lollipop out of our little contraption. So we are going to make our stick. Now this is a 1-inch pipe that we're using. And like I said, you could use, a broomstick, anything that you've got handy, you could use that. What we're gonna do is we want our stick to come right in here where it ends right there. You want your stick right in there. So I'm just using a knife now. Be careful with these. You've got to be careful using a knife. And I'm going to make an X right here. I just go up into my pool noodles and make an X just like that. Big enough to put my pipe in.
How far in?
I go in the whole first level and just the first turn and just a little bit into this one. You don't have to put it in that tight. Let me get my glue. I left it over here. Hold on a minute. So now I'm just going to put some glue on the end of my pipe, just like this. Just put a bunch of glue all over it. And I'm just going to push it into where I've made this hole. Now, if I may need to cut it a little bit more. Let's see if I can get that in there. You're gonna have to work it. Yeah. Let me make it just a little bit bigger. Where'd my knife go? There it is. Let's make it just a little bit bigger, but you will get it in there. You don't want to make it too big because you don't really want to see it, after you make it. So try to get it about the size of your pipe. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to push it so that I can get it up into the other one some, just like that. Now I'm just going to let it dry for just a minute. Okay, so we've got that in there now. So now would be the time, if you want to take your scissors, you can go through here and easily cut off that tape that you put in the middle. You can just pull it off like that and just cut it. I put the scissors, there they are. And get rid of that if it bothers you.
You can't see it that
much.
You
really can't.
But if it bothers you, you can definitely.
Exactly. So that's what you can do with that to get it cleaned up. Now we're ready to put our cellophane paper on. So we just cut a big large piece, and you just want to measure it with your lollipop once you get it done. There we go. Let's see. We got it all out. There we go. All right. So we're gonna bring it and put it just like this. Let's see, make sure we get it even on either side. And then you just want to bring the sides and roll them towards the back just to get all of that bunched up. Now what you do, hold this side for me right there. Okay. There you go. Now you want to just bring it all the way down and take your tape and just take a big long piece and go here on the sides where you're rolling it, just like that, because this is going to be the back, so you're not going to see it. So just take that down and come on around and continue on around until you get all of that taped up. See if you can find the end there, because I have a hard time finding those ends.
It's like once you lose it,
yeah,
can't find it again.
All right, let's see, I'm gonna tape it right over here. Just like that. And then continue on around, just taping. Until you get a big bunch of it down at the bottom. And then, once you get there, then you're going to use the tape and tape it here at the bottom really good. And doggone if I didn't lose it again. I have a hard time with that tape. Take this piece right here for me. There you go. Right there. And we'll just keep coming around.
And I really feel like this is optional, because if you didn't want to use it, you wouldn't have to.
You definitely don't have to. Take it right there. But to me, this just makes it look more authentic, you know, having the paper on it. But like she said, that is completely optional. And now we're just going to go around the bottom with our tape. Put it right around there. Just wrap it right around. There we go. Just like that. And then you've got your lollipop. Now, if you wanted to add a ribbon, this is just some that I had here. So you could just take it and tie it right around the bottom. And you could use you know, 7/8 of an inch ribbon. You could use, you know, any kind that you've got. You could even buy bows that are already made. You know, you can get them at Walmart, the red bows for Christmas that are already made. You could use that. That is perfectly fine. Just kind of stick it right there. And then look at there. Now that is just too, look how cute that is. Isn't that cute? And so easy. I mean, you know, it is a little cumbersome because you do need 2 people to do it, but not hard at all, I don't think. You know, it's just a matter of doing it. And like we said, if you wanted to make them smaller, just use 2 of the pool noodles, you know, and then you can make it smaller. So it's whatever you want. Now this year are going in my front yard for Christmas, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah. And we've got you know, you can do them in whatever color combination. I'll show you a couple that we've made.
And we're going to put a link in the description with all the stuff that we have used to make these. Now, with the pool noodles, they come, the ones that we got were 5 in each color. So we have 5. Well, you only need 4. So because of that, we did one with
multicolored.
Yeah, multicolored. And I think, to me, that's my favorite one that we did with the multicolors. But you can do any way that you want, any color scheme. And like we said, you can get the tape in all kinds of colors. So, in fact, I have a request from the two granddaughters over here asking for a purple one with pink tape. So we may have to do that soon. But any colors, and I just think they're a lot of fun to make.
I think that these giant lollipops turned out so cute, so you guys should definitely give them a try.
That's right. They are so much fun to make. They really are.
So y'all be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that little bell so you get notified when we release new videos.
That's right. You never know what you'll see here.
Right. So I hope you have a great day, and we will see you soon.
Bye, y'all.